Hi witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. I just finished reading this book that my friend Mickie Mueller sent to me. This is called The Aquarius Witch, Unlock the Magic of Your Sun Sign, and it's by Mickie Mueller and by Ivo Dominguez. Many of you guys know that I am Aquarius. As a matter of fact, my birthday was last Saturday, February 1st. And before the Aquarius season ends, I will love to share this review with you, because if you are an Aquarius witch or you just vibe with that rebellious, visionary, awesome energy that we have, this book might be right up your alley. So let's break it down chapter by chapter. Let's make this quick, fun, and to the point. Before I go ahead and I open the book and I show you the book, I want to talk about the authors really quick. So who are the authors of this book? Well, Ivo Dominguez is a super knowledgeable astrologer and he is an occultist. Ivo Dominguez really knows his stuff, and when it comes to blending astrology with magic, he's the one bringing that deep cosmic ethereal wisdom into this book. Now Mickie is an Aquarius witch as well. She's also an artist and she is a writer, and she brings a really creative, hands-on vibe into this book. She shares personal experiences, spells, and just makes everything feel really down to earth and very accessible. It's very relatable. This book, that's what I should say. This book is really relatable if you are an Aquarius witch. So basically, Ivo Dominguez is going to give you the big picture and the astrological deep dive into this book. And Mickie is going to make it feel, again, relatable and very practical. It's the 10 out of 10 combo. So let's get into the book. That's Mickie Mueller's dedication to me, and that makes me really excited. This is Mickie Mueller and Ivo Dominguez. I really like them both. I think they're awesome. This is a first glance of the Aquarius Witch book. And it's going to give you the table of contents and the introduction. And so in the introduction, right off the bat, the authors are going to set the tone. This book is all about weaving your Aquarius sun sign into your witchcraft practice, which is the authors talk about how your astrological energy influences the way you approach magic. And honestly, it's really refreshing to see a book that leans into the personal power instead of just giving you that genetic astrological breakdown that every book gives you and that everybody already knows. And there's like thousands of channels in YouTube and Facebook and so on talking about that generic Aquarius information. The first chapter is titled How Your Sun Powers Your Magic. And this chapter is all about how your sun sign, aka your core energy, right? Your Aquarius you, affects your magical abilities. And so basically, if you're an Aquarius, you know that you're naturally inventive, you're a super rebellious or super stubborn, and always looking for that unique way to do things. I don't know about you, but I hate being the same as everybody else. And so your magic probably is very unconventional. It's full of big ideas, maybe a little bit experimental. I know mine is. This is why I am so eclectic. There's a lot more things covered in this chapter. Again, I'm just trying to be very to the point so you guys don't get bored. And I'm not going to tell you everything that is in this book, right? If you want to know, then you have to get this book and read it for yourself. The second chapter I really like. This is going to be all about correspondences, in particularly Aquarius correspondences. So if you like using colors, if you like to use element symbols in your practice and many other things, this chapter is going to break down everything from like crystal to herbs and things that resonate with your Aquarius energy. It is super handy for anyone who loves working with correspondences. It is so empowering, witches, when you get a book that is going to teach you a lot more of who you are and how you can use yourself and your essence to amplify the power of your magic. It's such a great little book. We're also going to be talking about witchcraft that comes naturally to an Aquarius. Mickie Mueller is going to talk in this chapter about the kinds of magic that just click with us, with Aquarius witches. Spoiler, I'm going to let you know, anything futuristic You know this. Intuitive or anything that is completely outside the box, for example. Again, we don't like to be like other people. That is our jam. So if you ever felt like traditional witchcraft wasn't quite your style, this chapter will make you feel seen witches. Acknowledge. So you're not the only one. WhiteRaven's been there as well. Next is going to be magical correspondences and timing, places, and things like that. So this is going to be more correspondences, but this time we're going to be talking about how the right timing and location can amplify your magic as an Aquarius. If you ever wonder when and where your spells might hit harder, this chapter has some solid insight for you. On the next chapter, which is we are going to be talking about herbal correspondences. This is a must read if you like working with herbs. It is basically a list of plants that match the Aquarius vibe. Things plants that are of course unusual, electric, or mentally stimulating. You're going to get a lot of information of things that you may even be surprised of the things that you will discover are aligned with your sign in this chapter. In the next chapter, you're going to be talking about cleansing and shielding. Us Aquarius, we tend to absorb a lot of people's energy or the energy that surrounds us from the world because hello, we love to overthink everything. So in this chapter, we're going to focus on how to keep ourselves spiritually cleansed and protected. Mickie Mueller is going to share some techniques specifically geared towards Aquarius witches, which is super helpful if you tend to pick up on other people's vibes too easy. And the truth is that witches, we need this chapter more than anything else because we think so much. We're always thinking, always overthinking. So this is good practice to learn how to disconnect and cleanse. All right, so this next chapter is very interesting. And this is what sets an Aquarius off and how to recover. This chapter, oh my God, so relatable. It breaks down what triggers us Aquarius because let's be real, we can get really worked up with certain things. And that is so true. I take things very, very personal. And that's such a bad thing in my particular case. This chapter is going to teach us how to get back to center. It's a nice mix of astrology and self-care. I think it's really helpful. Next, we're going to be talking about the sway of your moon sign. So your sun sign is extremely important, witches, but your moon sign, that's where your deep emotions and your intuition lives, witches. This chapter is going to break down how your moon sign influences your magic and how you can balance that with your Aquarius energy. A lot of people do not know what their moon sign is. I strongly recommend that you find out what is your moon sign because these had also a lot to do with your personality, which in turn is linked to the way you do magic. Now, this is so cool, this chapter, because this chapter is also going to take you to Tarot correspondences of Aquarius. If you love the Tarot, which if you're Aquarius, I know you do, you'll love this chapter because it's going to connect your Aquarius energy with specific Tarot cards. So if you're ever, for example, pull to the Star card and you feel a deep connection, you're gonna know why. I have specific cards that are 100% linked to my sign. So this is really insightful, and these are things that perhaps many of you do not know. Now, Mickie Mueller is going to talk to us about her most Aquarius witch moment. Mickie's going to share some real life moments where her Aquarius energy showed up like in your face big time. This chapter is fun, it's relatable, and it's going to make you reflect on your own, wow, I am such an Aquarius moment. Next, and another sign that you must know, witches, and that's going to be your rising sign. So this chapter is called your rising sign influence. If your sun sign is who you are, then your rising sign is how you show up to the world. This chapter, witches, is all about how your rising sign shapes your witchcraft. This is super cute. A dish fit for an Aquarius visionary violet potato soup. Yes, there's a recipe here, and it's purple. Because of course it is. If you're a kitchen witch and you like kitchen witchery, or just want to try a magical meal that screams Aquarius all over the place, this recipe is for you. In the next chapter, Mickie Mueller is going to be talking about recharging and self-care. Listen, Aquarius energy can be extremely tiring, exhausting, draining. We're always thinking, we're always questioning, and we're always coming up with what is going to be the next big things, the next big plan, so many other things. This chapter is full of ways for you to recharge and to take care of yourself without getting too bored. All right, something important, and we're almost done with this review. This chapter is called Do Not Blame It on Your Sun Sign. I love this chapter because it basically says just because you're an Aquarius doesn't mean you can use it as an excuse. We all have free will, witches, so if you're acting chaotic, don't blame it on the stars, okay? The next chapter is going to be a postcard from an Aquarius witch, witching to the beat of my own drum. That's something that us Aquarius do a lot. This is a little personal letter from a fellow Aquarius witch. It's short, it's sweet, and it's very, very inspiring, witches. Next chapter, Ivo Dominguez is going to talk to us about Spirit of Aquarius Guidance Ritual. This is like the big magical ritual of this entire book, witches. It is meant to help you connect with your Aquarius higher wisdom. This ritual is perfect if you want to tap into that inner visionary and get some cosmic guidance. I really enjoy this ritual. And of course, because you guys know how much I love making oils and making my own recipes, I really love this chapter. This is an Aquarius anointing oil recipe. Yes, yet another recipe in the book, but this time it's going to be for an oil that you can use in spells. You can use this in rituals, or you can even use this as your signature personal perfume. Smells super nice. I can relate with all these scents. The last chapter is called Better Every Day, The Way Forward. The book is going to end and it's going to wrap up with some final thoughts from Mickie Mueller, encouraging us Aquarius witches to keep growing, evolving, and doing what we do best, which is thinking outside the box and making magic in our own unique way. This book made me feel very unique and very special, witches. My final thoughts, if you are an Aquarius or you just love that energy, this book is definitely worth checking it out. It is practical, it is relatable, it is fun, and it's gonna give you a bunch of new ways to work with your magic in a way that feels natural to you. Plus, I really love that does not just repeat the usually blah, blah, blah astrology stuff, right? It actually helps you apply your Aquarius trait into your witchcraft practice. Do I recommend it? Do WhiteRaven recommend it? Absolutely, 10 out of 10. If you are into astrology-based magic, this one is a great addition for your collection. Witches, check this out. The Aquarius Witch, Unlock the Magic of Your Sun Sign by Mickie Mueller and Ivo Dominguez. I highly recommend it. I think it's going to add a lot to your magical life, specifically if you are an Aquarius witch. This is my review. Thank you so much for watching me. Let me know in the comments if you read this book, if you are thinking about picking it up, and if you are an Aquarius witch. I want to hear about your most Aquarius moment. This is WhiteRaven over here. I love you, witches. I see you Monday. Bye.